Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack O'Reilly,
And I'm Gavin Ogren.
and we are here to watch some football. This is the GHS media coverage for the Gitterland Dutchman football game versus the Albany Falcons. Here we are on a cool, breezy night as we have introductions come in. We are getting ready right before the national anthem. It's going to be an exciting game tonight as Gilliland looks for their fourth win before the postseason as Albany is looking for their first win of the season. Right now, temperature is 60 degrees, humidity 61%, fairly chilly tonight. The wind is about 8 degrees. It's like it's 39 degrees. And as we have the captains and the rest of the team get introduced, seems like it's going to be a pretty good game tonight, huh, Gavin?
I think it's going to be a good game. If we play like we've been playing, we'll win this.
I believe so. And here come the Gitterland Dutchmen as they run through the banner. Here we are with the standings here. Gitterland right now is, oh, excuse me. Those standings were incorrect. Here we go. As Gitterland right now is 3-2, Albany is 0-5. Oh, excuse me. Gitterland is 3-3. Albany is 0-5. Gitterland to start the season, they actually started the season 0-3 to start. You know, they played against three of the best teams in the conference, or in the division, playing against Troy, who's #1 in the state, and playing against, I believe, Shen, and then there was another team I forgot. And then after playing those teams, they shut out the next 3 games. What do you think is going to happen here, Gavin?
I think it'd be a close game. Maybe like divide in half. Like they'll score some, then like it's like a close game. Like we'll both,
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. You know? Here, what we have is now we have the Coach Penna keys to the game. First off, would be to not make mistakes, and not only not make mistakes, but as Coach Penna has stated, Albany or Gitterland are able to match up most against their players. So tonight's going to be about assignment football and maintaining a high level of execution. The second,
play with speed and physicality in order to match their athleticism and set the tone.
third, and finally, is really just taking advantage of the opportunity. You know, it's tonight a senior night. It's most of these seniors, it's going to be their last home game they'll ever have. You know, tonight it's all about making that great memory, and it's about making those lasting memories that they'll be able to hold on to way past their high school days.
I agree.
And now we have the captains come out. We have captains Mason Lido, number 10, Mason Lido, number 25, Mikey Breton, number 52, Clayton Bastiani, and I believe that's number 24, Joe Park. How about that, Joe Park, huh?
Mm.
Mean, lean, kicking machine. As we have, I believe that's choir. That is sitting up. There we go. That's the choir crew, chamber choir, as they set up actually in here for the national anthem.
And Albany will start the game receiving the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and turn to the side behind the north end zone for the national anthem as performed by our own chamber choir seniors.
Nice performance there by the Gilderland Chamber Choir as we are getting set here to kick off. Tonight we honor the seniors for the Gilderland Dutchmen, including some of the names of likes of Jared Schwartz, number 3 Jared Schwartz, number 4 Braden Steen, number 5 Jason Agwicki, number 7 Brendan Hoffman. Other seniors include
Connor Traeger and and Mason Leto.
Including those guys would be number 11 Ebe Din, number 13 Michael Mancher, the Manch Man, number 15 Kevin Murphy, number 24 Joe Park, number 25 Mikey Breton.
And number 33, my boy Raquan Brady.
He was making his first start tonight, actually.
Yeah.
Or he's going to be appearing in the game, hopefully. Including those guys, there's going to be number 35 Carl Ciabanez, number 52 Patrick Winslow, number 55 Clayton Bastiani, number 56 Mitch McCormick, number 72 Art Stott, and number 85 Nathan Collins. And we are getting ready here to kick off.
And here we go at the kickoff.
Kick bounces at the 15-yard line. Picked up, fumbled a little bit there, and his number 34 is dropped on the 17-yard line. Number 34 being Savion Blunt. As there it is, good kick coverage there by the Gitterland special teams. As here's Albany coming out of the game. Tonight's starting quarterback for the Albany High School is Stephen Mincy. So they do a handoff here. Dropped on the ground for a couple of yards. Thanks to our interview with Albany High coach Michael Ware, some of tonight's important people to look for is the left guard, number 75, Isaiah Stith, who's their best offensive lineman. The running back, number 6, Kekwaze Dickens, who has 178 rushing yards and 172 receiving yards, with 2 touchdowns on the season so far. Pretty good stats. As Wentz has him shotgun, hands the ball off again. Bag off for number 34, Savion Blunt.
Looks like he lost the yardage in that play right there.
Nice piece of tackling there by the defense. Albany so far this season hasn't, they have had a lot of inexperience on their team so far, as my Coach Ware has stated that they have gone into the season without a single player from last year that has held a touchdown, a carry, or even a catch in a varsity game. So they've had to start from scratch and skill players. But hopefully they get to learn a little bit more from tonight as the ball is snapped. As this pass, deep pass here, and it is incomplete.
I was about to say, I thought that was going to be an interception right there. That was pretty close.
I believe defense on there was Brendan Hoffman, and I believe number 9, Brad Igwicki. Or no, excuse me, number 8, Connor Traeger. As we see there, 3 running backs in the backfield. Number 16 throwing it deep down there.
Beautiful pass, though.
Yeah. Just a little bit too far. As they punted away. Short punt here. As it rolls upfield a little bit. And it'll be downed by number 33, Edgar Alamo Benitez. As Gidlin will take its first possession of the night with 10:08 left in the first. Ball snapped off to the right side, given off to Brendan Hoffman. He
Here
runs
we
around the
go.
corner. He's got some room. He might go all the way. He will go all the way.
Touchdown.
Brendan Hoffman on the first play of the first drive. And Gilliland right away. Senior Brendan Hoffman already has a lead. What a play there, huh?
Very good play.
On a simple end around, given just a simple handoff off for Brendan Hoffman, who just gives it right off the edge and just outruns every defender out in the way. Good speed there from Brendan Hoffman. As awaiting from this PAT, the Dutchman will take the first lead 12 seconds into the first possession.
And I guess that's a penalty right there.
Yes, that is a penalty. That's gonna be a false start on the defense there. Dutchman will be able to, I believe they'll move up a couple of yards. As the kick is up. Oh, and that's a fake. And that's thrown back. Oh!
Incomplete.
Incomplete there, intended for Nate Collins, number 85. That was a fake field goal there, and it is failed. Still, though, GHS will come out with a 6-0 lead. Just less than almost about 2 minutes into the game, and about 12 seconds into the first drive. I'm sure their players are feeling pretty confident now, huh, Gavin?
Yeah, they're feeling very confident, especially with that first play.
Especially with the throw there. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty gutsy call, huh, to go for it on the first PAT.
Yeah, in the first quarter, that's a little gutsy. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of weird. Like you do it this early in the game, and
Yeah.
it's like they're up. It's not like it's a close game.
It's pretty ballsy, yeah?
Yeah.
It's pretty ballsy. Is it ballsy or just confidence? Maybe they're just pretty confident.
Confident, I would say.
As we have number 22,
Nick Papalozzo.
Popolizio, kicking off. I believe this is his first night kicking off, actually. This is his first time kicking, as Gideon usually uses number 2, Chris Ardito. A booming kick there from Nick Popolizio. This
And
is
it's
fumbled through the hands of number 8, Nazir Joseph, and it'll be rolled out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good so far for the Dutchman so far. Pretty good early on. Just a lot of good things going for them.
yeah, especially with their defense too.
Good play there by the defense. Quarterback Mincy in the backfield. Hands it off. Hands it around the corner. Breaks one tackle and is finally taken down. I believe running that was number 6, Kekwaze Dickens. Nice run play there, but good defense there for the Dutchman.
That's our best thing about the Dutchmen. They have really good defense and good offense.
That's actually one of the many. That's one of the things that Coach Penna had talked about, right? That was one of the things that he talked about was Gilliland's, their defense's ability to play with grit and play gritty, tough defense and win games win tough games by playing hard-nosed football.
Yeah.
There's Mincy. Sets him in shotgun. Sakaye rolls around. Handed off up the middle. Taken down at the 25-yard line. I believe that is number 8, Joseph.
I was talking to one of the players earlier, and they seem pretty confident about winning this game.
Yeah. Who'd you talk to? Actually, yeah. Who'd you talk to?
Raquan.
Raquan?
Yeah.
I love Raquan. Raquan Brady making his first appearance, suiting up for the first time this season for the Dutchman as the ball is handed off. And it is a fumble.
Actually, it's his first game for his career and for the Dutchman.
Really?
Yeah.
We have a fumble on the play, but I believe Albany will keep it. Good for Raekwon. Honestly, I'm happy for him. That's awesome.
It is, especially with his mom being here on senior night. No better way to start, play your first game on senior night.
The better way with your mom there, with your family, with your friends, your high school, representing your team. Hopefully, we'll keep an eye out for when he gets on the field, as Albany gets back to punt. Almost blocked there. It is a fair catch call. And there's a couple of flags coming in there. I believe they'll be up against Albany for possibly fair catch interference. And as we wait for what the penalty would be. So the refs patiently talking it out right now. Another couple of key things that from Coach Michael Ware, Gavin, what else has he said?
Gillen has to have extremely young. We have an extremely young team. We start nine underclassmen on offense, 3 of which are 10th graders. Quarterback number 16, Stephen Mincy, who completed 14 out of 18 passes for 172 yards on 2 touchdowns and 1 interception versus Saratoga, who will be making his 4th start this year.
It's coming from Albany coach Michael Ware. As it is handed off to Joe Park. Joe Park cutting around the outside, does a spin move. Nice spin move there as he fights his way down to the 18-yard line. Nice run there, over 20 yards there.
I think a flag was thrown too.
What'd you say?
Flag was thrown too, I think. Was it?
That was a good run, though. It was good blocking
was
there.
Good. Ooh, yeah, right there.
Ooh. Shot for Joe Park. Arguably, probably easily Gilderland's best running back. One of their most important players on this team. Came up actually in varsity as a sophomore and was a starter last year and is again a starter this year. I believe also a team captain too.
Pretty good, being a sophomore and you're on varsity team, that's pretty good.
He started safety actually. He was a safety coming in. He came in on situational roles during his sophomore year. As Lido hands it off, or Lido fumbles it. There's a fumble now, and as we see through the pile, that was a botched handoff there for Lido, and it might cost him.
I think Albany has it. It looks like he had his hand. Yep, Albany has it. You can tell.
We're still checking on the replay.
Albany has it, I think.
And actually, based on what we've heard on the over-announcer, the Dutchmen have actually recovered it. Luckily there for Mason Lido in the offense. A little bit of botch recovery, but hopefully they can recover from that.
You can't win them all. You can't, make every perfect, play.
As Lido steps back, steps up,
Beautiful
throws
pass.
it deep, and it is tipped. Oh!
And complete.
Close play there, intended for number 3, Jared Schwartz. Knocked up in the air by one of the safeties for Albany. It bounced over towards Kevin Murphy, but he was a little bit too far ahead and slipped. Either way, I believe it'll be 3rd down for the Dutchman, as we can see there.
Beautiful pass, though.
Good form by Mason Lido. Just steps right up. Looking for Jared through that.
The defense, too, was, on top of them, too.
Good play there by Dickens. As Lido on 3rd down.
Comes for a fake.
Good pressure there, and there's a screen pass, and it's dropped by Joe Park. It'll be 4th down now. I think that's the first screen pass I think they've run all year.
Yeah.
Either way, they'll be with good field position. They will punt now.
Or will they?
Who knows? We will see. As I believe number 35, Carl C. comes onto the field. Carl C. Ibanez, excuse me. As there is a time. There's a flag out in the field. And it's going to be against the Dutchman. As we are not sure what the foul was. But the Dutchman will move back a few yards. As I believe that's Michael Ardito. Yes, Ardito back to punt. Kicks a liner right out to, that's going to be a touchback. Close punt there as Chris Ardito tries to get within the 10, but kicked it just a little bit too hard. Didn't really get enough air on that. Kind of rolled into the end zone, huh, Gavin?
Yeah, I'd say so.
By the way, based on how Gilderland's defense have played so far, I'm sure Gilderland's pretty confident.
Yeah, especially I was talking to another player earlier, same player actually, Raquan, and he said he was very confident. His first game, like I said, and he seemed pretty nervous, but he said that he was pretty excited to play for his in front of his friends and parents.
Good. I hope Raquan can get a few snaps in tonight. It'd honestly probably be the highlight of tonight's game, as number 6 runs it out to the outside for a few yards. It looks like he's a little bit hurt there. That is Dickens, as he kind of moves around a little bit. Seems like he's a little bit hurt. Nice run there right out to the outside. Good tackle by, a little bit of a twisting tackle there by 24 Joe Park.
Hope he is okay. I mean, that looks pretty painful, especially like the way he landed too.
Is that a penalty? I think that might have been a penalty, actually.
I think it would have been.
No, I think it is, actually, because they moved down. A little bit of confusion out on the field right now, as Penna walks out to the refs. Penna, hurry up! Better hurry up before he gets flagged.
I heard Penna, this is his 15th year coaching for the Dutchman.
Yes, indeed it is. As there's a botch snap there.
And fumble.
Fumble on the ground. Let's see if it'll cost them another turnover. And that is Dutchman ball. Recovery there by number 5, Jason Igwicki. And they are set up right back up, right on the 31-yard line, or 36-yard line. On what is, we'll see in the replay here, just a high snap. Went right over Stephen Mincy's head. Nice job there by the Dutchman there, taking advantage of their mistakes.
Good play.
With a whistle blowout now. Is a timeout for the Albany.
That's a pretty smart move, especially after that, fumble. It's good to, get a few seconds to talk about the next play and calm down a little bit and, focus on your next play and not get all anxious and make another mistake.
Yeah, to regroup a little bit. As we are in here on a timeout, some other things that for Albany coach Michael Ware has said, saying that even with their inexperience, some of the few players that they have, some of their better players, like defensive end, number 52, Ayub Ward, and linebacker Zaquan Cancer, who are both possess the ability to play at the next level. I'm assuming that's college, right? Yeah, that's
college is next level.
Which is pretty impressive.
Be pretty cool to see someone around here, play for college.
That actually would be really cool. So far this year, though, sadly they've lost starting safety Jaden Gary to a torn ACL,
Oof.
which occurred last week. So they'll be dealing without him tonight. And there's a fumbled snap. There's a botch snap there too, as
And
Joe Park tries to pick it up and gets it away.
Good recovery.
That'll put the Dutchman back probably about 6 or 7 yards.
The key here is not to catch the ball more likely because, any mistake, Albany can capitalize and they can get that fumble, just like what almost happened. So we have to be very careful on, how we handled the ball and, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Seems like it was a little bit of a miscommunication between Lido and the center. Where we'll find out who that is.
Quick
as the
pass.
is out to Brendan Hoffman as he tries to race through a couple of defenders. And he will actually get the first down there. Nice running catch there by Hoffman.
And Hoffman, wasn't he the one who scored the first touchdown of the game?
Yeah, he was actually. So far, he's having a pretty good night tonight. Hopefully, he keeps doing better.
His parents must be proud of him on senior night, making the first touchdown within one play, and with that awesome catch and gain of yards.
So far, it's been turning into one of his best games of the season. As there's a low snap to Lido. Play action pass, passed out deep to left, and that is just long of Brendan Hoffman. Defensive coverage there fell down a little bit, but throw was just a little bit too far.
Just a little bit.
Seems like they're really going for Hoffman a lot, just giving him a lot of opportunities to succeed tonight.
Yeah, he's like one of the best players on the team, I would say, from what I've seen so far.
Gitterlin with really not only Hoffman, but a pair of other wide receivers that, with Hoffman and number 3 Jared Schwartz, who last year was a starting wideout on that 7-0 team. As there's a pass down the middle up to Nate Collins. Tight end Nate Collins as he gets the first down. Good catch by him in traffic.
Now, I was told by Raquan that he's actually going to be on offensive when he comes in. So,
Really?
yeah, so this is going to be like I said, his first game in his career, and he'll be on offense.
Did he say where he might be playing?
He didn't say where, he just said offensive.
So now there's a handoff off, this time now to Jared Schwartz as he tries to get around the corner, and he's finally taken down at about the 12-yard line. Excuse me, 8-yard line. No, actually, no, it was 12. It was 12.
12.
It was 12.
Our running game is pretty good in this game so far. 40 minutes left in the first quarter, and we were up 6-0.
Big keys for that, though. That's just good running by the likes of Jared Schwartz, Joe Park, and Brendan Hoffman. As there's a handoff here to Joe Park actually, as he does a spin move, gets another 7 or 8 yards, and he keeps moving, and he's actually put into the end zone.
Is that a touchdown?
And that's a touchdown. Nice play there by Joe Park and the rest of the Gitterlin offense as they pull him in to the end zone. What a play there. I believe number 51, Garrett Reese, actually pulled him in. As he was trying to get through, it looked like he was going to go down.
Yeah. Here's a replay right here.
See right there as he pushes through with Dylan Olson, number 50. Looks like he's going to get pulled down by like 4 defenders.
He's still
at the 5-yard line. Just gets pulled right through.
He's in. Wait, no, the ball is dropped.
Actually, no. Excuse me. He actually fumbled the ball, but well, either way, we scored. We scored. Actually, wait a minute.
We didn't score.
Excuse me there, folks. I believe they might have been short. They probably ruled him down, without, with a lack of forward motion.
5-yard penalty, I just heard from the announcer.
Penalty on...
Good one, we're back. 5 yards.
Either way, that was good effort there.
It was a good effort.
Good effort by Olsen. Good effort by Reese to try to pull him into the end zone. Two key members of our offensive line tonight are really even bigger parts of our running game that is one of Gitterlin's strengths and one of the better running games in the Suburban Council. as we have, the likes of number 50, Garrett Olson, number 55, Clayton Bastiani, who's a senior, 51, Garrett Reese, our starting center. We have tight end Nate Collins, who's a senior, as he rolls up 5 yards out to the outside, handed off down the middle for Jared Schwartz. Other offensive linemen include senior Mitch McCormick, and I believe number 52, Patrick Winslow. Really good O-line, right?
Yeah.
Big, strong O-line. I've had the luxury of having that for the last couple of years, including last year's team that, these guys were on the bench last year when the Girdland Dutchmen went 7-0 and had one of the best teams in the Suburban Council, if
Yeah.
not the best team in the Suburban Council. And
They were really good last year. And I think, didn't we lose to Shun last year?
we lost to Troy as the ball is out. A little bit of a scuffle there. Another botched snap as
Ooh.
I believe Girdland will
Dutchman recovers.
retain the ball. As I was saying, though, last year, with our team that went 7-0, easily the best team in Girdland high school history. And there was a real belief that we could have gone farther than we went. I mean, we ended up losing to Troy, but we had a slew of injuries to guys. Our starting linebacker, Steve Fedorchik, our starting receiver, and one of the best receivers in the Suburban Council, was hurt. Schwartz was hurt. Without these injuries, we probably would have made it farther.
We would have won it, I would think. And the pass incomplete.
That pass was intended for number 85, Nate Collins. It was a play action pass there.
It's a little too high.
Just a tad. Coming out to kick will be. It'll be a 35. It'll be a 25-yard field goal for number 22, Nick Papalizio. Snaps up.
And the kick is good.
Kick is good there for Nick Papalizio. Nice job for him.
Dutchman's in the lead, 9-0 in the end of the first quarter. Well, a minute, 38 seconds left of the game, first quarter.
Nice job there.
Beautiful kick.
Some of the Albany mid defenders were able to get through, but Nick Pop was able to just put a little bit enough air into it to hit a straightaway shot for a 25-yard field goal.
With the win too, that kind of gave it that little extra carry.
Gavin, I always wonder what would it be like for high school sports if men's soccer was not played in the same time frame as boys football or men's football. I feel like kicking would be a lot bigger, wouldn't you think?
It would be a lot bigger.
You could have guys out there kicking 40-yard field goals, 35-yard field goals, 50-yard field, maybe even 50-yard field goals.
You never know.
As Ardito sets the ball on the ground, takes his 15 steps back, his 2 to the left, take 2 more to the left. And the kick is up. Nice boot there. Caught at the 11-yard line.
Good catch.
Nice juke there by number 8. Eventually taken down at the 31-yard line. Good return there for a little bit over about 20 yards. Return there by Anthony Coppola Bishop, number 9, I believe. No, excuse me, it'll be number 8, Nazir Joseph.
Good move though, getting away from one of the defensive lines from Gerdowan. Just Coach Penna right there. Now, Coach Penna, I tried out for varsity football last year, and he's a really good coach. He's an awesome guy. He's just an awesome teacher too. He's friendly and all that, and he's just awesome.
Nice. I'm pretty sure I've had the opportunity of meeting Coach. There's a flag on the play. Excuse me. It's going to be against Albany,
for Holden, I think.
as we'll see in this replay. Yeah, it does look like that.
It's Holden right there.
Yeah. As they'll be moved back 10 yards. But again, like I've said, you know, I've had the chance of also meeting Penda, and he's a really nice guy.
He's
a really
awesome.
Nice coach. He's experienced, like you've said, he's been here for 15 years. He's been coaching for 15 years.
He's he's really, nice. You see him in the hall, and he just always has a smile. And when we were 0-3 for the start, he was still, cheering us on. Saying he was always positive. He was never negative.
Yeah. This ball snapped. Mincy throws it out to the side, and it's just missed there. Had an open opportunity there for probably would have been 6. Would have been 6 points. But just through the hands of, I believe that's number 8, Joseph. As the defense shifts there. Mikey Brent on the edge for the blitz. As they were able to get to him quick, but Joseph seen open out on the outside as he was left somewhat up uncovered, but the ball was just thrown a little bit too high. Good pressure there by the D-line of the Dutchman. As the ball is handed off to the side. Out to Dickens.
See, well, I think in high school football history so far for this year, we have the best comeback ever. We're 0-3, and now we're 3-3.
Pretty good comeback. I mean,
It is.
started the season off 3 straight blowouts against 3 of the best teams in the council, and then follow that by a shutout, but 3 straight shutouts against the likes of, I believe it was Shaker. Not Shaker.
Niski, right?
It was, yeah, Niskiuna at their homecoming actually, and I'm forgetting the other names of the teams that we had beaten, but hey, we got a shutout there. One of those games, actually, they were both, in 2 of those games being away and the home, for them to go into another team's territory and to shut out the other team back to back is pretty amazing as we have now ended the first quarter here.
Dutchman up 9-0 in the end of the first. How many left? 10?
Excuse me, actually, there's actually 1 second left. There's a penalty on Albany. It'll be a delay of game. They'll move back about 5 yards. And they're just going to let the clock run out here.
Smart move.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here as we both teams go out back to their sideline.
There's Coach Pennant right there cheering his team on.
It's the end of the first there. Here are the cheerleaders for the Dutchman. Most of them seniors this year, actually, honored before the game. As we were discussing beforehand, actually, that right after their, them losing the Dutchman, getting blown out against Troy, actually, yeah, getting blown against Troy, the game where number 1 Joey Ward for Troy destroyed the Dutchman defense, just obliterated them, just embarrassed them. I believe he had about 8 rushing touchdowns. He had a ton. I mean, they won, I believe, about 60-0. And in their next home game, on homecoming, they come out and blow. I'm drawing a blank. I believe it was Niskiuna.
It was Niskiuna, I think. I was at my grandfather's, and it was on the news, and I think it was like 69-0 or something like that.
No, actually, that was the second week they played. They were at Niskiuna. They beat it, the fact that they went to Niski and beat them 69-0. I believe their first game that they won was a 40. Was a shutout. It was about 40-0 against a pretty decent team, actually. So You know, I'm sure they're going to be running into the Suburban Council playoffs. Even after this game, they're going to be running in with a good amount of confidence.
Yeah, this game means a lot to Dutchmen, especially with playoffs coming around.
Going to be hopeful as they look to take revenge against some of these higher-seeded Suburban Council teams as Metzi drops back, throws up deep, tries to get it to Dickens, I believe.
Interception by number 7.
Interception there by number 7, Brendan Hoffman.
Now Hoffman, he's on fire tonight. He's like he's, if not, like the best player on the team.
He is having, what a night for Hoffman there as he takes it to the 37-yard line.
His parents and friends must be very proud of him for tonight. Especially Coach Penna, too.
You see, once he hit there with the pressure. Nice pressure there, too, by the defense. As really just the ball thrown up there, thrown into triple coverage. Hoffman almost fumbled it there, taken down behind by the intended receiver. Guys, two receivers set up on the side. Lido rolls out to the right, throws it out down the field. And is an incomplete pass intended for Brendan Hoffman.
Now, a good thing about this game tonight, most of the people that I've talked to today, a couple of my friends like Sam, they're very excited to see Raquan play. This is, like I said, his first game, and I bet you the Red Sea too. Everyone's gonna be cheering for him, especially Coach Penna, for his first game.
Yes, I agree. I'll be excited for him whenever he comes in. As the ball is snapped, given out to Joe Park, and immediately taken down by number 52, Ayab Ward, as Ware stated, in his pregame interview. Well, Ward being one of the better defenders and better overall players on this Albany team. Good tackle by him. Good tackle by him and number 55. Zaquan Cancer, another player that both the players you've said have pretty highly skilled players. As it is now third down, it'll be, I think, about third down and 12 with about 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. As Schwartz motions, Lita rolls out to the left, throws it deep. That was intended there for Murphy. He looks for a flag, but is not going to get one. Good coverage there, I believe, by Dickens. What do you think?
I think it should have been, from what I've seen, it should have been a flag. Right there. It looked that he was just like like dragging.
I agree. There was some tight coverage there. Tight coverage there by Blaise Umuhuza. Umuhuza is a senior this year, starting cornerback. I believe also starting wide receiver. I think that's an interesting part what they do with, in high school you can play. I mean, you can have players that start on defense and start on offense.
For quarterback in the next minute, you can be like something totally different. Like
you can be a safety. You can intercept a pass and then throw an interception, or you can
you can do anything basically in high school football. Like the chances you can basically play any.
Hoffman lines up in the backfield. Oh, excuse me, it's a punt actually. As a ball bounced up in the air. Pulled down by Hoffman at the 20-yard line. As the punt teams come off. And the Dutchman's defense comes back on. So far, through the first quarter, have been doing what they've been doing for the last 3 games. Playing tough, gritty defense.
That's what we're known for.
That is absolutely what we've become known for. Headed out by the likes of number 24, Joe Park, other seniors like number 25, Mikey Breton, who's a linebacker. To this game, he's been a little bit more of a pass rusher as he's been lining up as a, trying to blitz off the edge. So far, he's been pretty successful. Along him are the likes of number 5, Jason Nkwiki, number 8, Connor Traeger, cornerback. He'll be important as he's a junior this year. He'll be important for next year as Mency Snaps in, hands it off right up the middle, and runs into a pile of players. Tackle there by Clayton Bastiani.
Now, about Brandon Hoffman, I think with the way he is, with the first touch, the touchdown and the catch and the running and all that, I think he has a potential of going to the next level up, which is college, and maybe even NFL. Like I can see potential in him. Like he's just that good, and there's got to be some people out there, scouting for him, looking, like checking him out and seeing, how well he plays, and he plays so far amazing tonight.
Yeah, I actually believe that, yeah. Good point there. As Mency, there's a snap ball there. Hit a wide receiver open, but overthrows. I believe that was intended for number 12. New player for the game, Caleb John. Player with 2 first names, as passes intended and is incomplete. 2 first names. That's pretty. I like Caleb John.
That's a nice name,
It's like Ricky Bobby. You ever seen that movie, Talladega Nights?
Oh my God, who hasn't?
It's a great movie.
Awesome.
It's Mency in the shotgun. Puts it off to the side, faced with immediate pressure. Knocked away there by number 47,
But there's a flag thrown though.
Nick Cardinal. But yes, indeed, there is a flag on the field. As Mency rolls out to the right. Good coverage there by Cardinal, but it looks like to be either a flag. Yes, there will be a flag. I believe that will be pass interference against Cardinal. As he is taken out. Coming in for him will be number 44, Hunter Griffith.
2nd and 3, 9:41 left in the second quarter.
Because of the penalty, actually, it will be a first down.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of yardage there. So, other important cogs of the Dutchman defense include, their D line, basically their O line, like we stated earlier in the broadcast. The likes of Patrick Winslow, Clayton Bastiani, Dylan Olson, Mitch McCormick. It is 1st and 10. Fake snaps, hands it off to Dickens. Runs it out to the side and is faced with immediately a pile of players as the Dutchman wallop him. The -1 yard for Quesadilla Dickens. Oh, excuse me, Kekwaze Dickens.
Now, our defense is like amazing. I think the only problem that we have are just like some of the penalties. The best interference. If we keep doing penalties, they have a chance of scoring.
I agree. We gotta stop with these penalties right now. I mean, they're in good field position at the moment as they line up at the 35 with a 2nd down right now. 2nd and 10. Good defense there, though. Mency back to pass. Looks to throw deep and is picked off there by number 5, Jason Igwicki, as he tries to cut around, gets on a couple of other defenders, and he's finally taken down.
Actually, it's number 9.
Oh, excuse me there. I thought that was number 5. That's actually number 9. His brother, Brad Igwicki. Nice play there by Bradley Igwicki, as you can see right there. Just a miscover play there for Albany, as it was intended for number 12, Caleb John.
And he's a sophomore too on the varsity team. Like, that's just awesome how we have a few sophomores on our team, and this is like varsity level for juniors and seniors.
Nice play there for him.
Here we go with the nice run.
One's off the side. Good run there for George Schwartz. I believe that'll be about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Brad Igwicki, he's actually come up pretty well too. He's really come up. I mean, this is his first year in varsity. I don't even think he played. I mean, he's got to be. He's actually a sophomore. He's the only sophomore other than him and Sharon Conrad and, Chris Ardito. There are 3 lone sophomores on this team, and Igwicki's a starter.
That's just, I see potential in those sophomores. If you're a sophomore and you can make varsity football, and I should know, I've
And
tried to,
even start on varsity football.
yeah,
That's what Joe Park did 3 years ago. And look where he's at now. Hopefully, Bradley Wickley will follow up what Joe Park's been able to do. And as he started at cornerback, I mean, he's a starting player on defense. He's gotten some plays offensively. He's become more and more explosive.
that's the thing I like about, like our team. Like we have a mixture of everyone. It's not just seniors and juniors.
Nice pass there out to the side, but some whistles are blown. Be down a completion. As it was down by contact there. It would be second and 4 as there's a pass back. Given off to Nate Collins down the middle.
Awesome run.
The security
8-5, Nathan Collins.
Nathan Collins, the
Beautiful run and beautiful catch.
so far really has been nice routes run down the middle. Excuse me. As between Collins and Hoffman, so far have been
Like the key players of the game.
Lido's go-to receiving wise. Just want to make a note for number 9, Brady Quickie, as he is referred to in our high school as a prodigy. So hopefully that carries more than what is said. As Schwartz runs out to the side, gets the pass. Nice catch there by Schwartz as he runs out to the side and gets a first down. Gets right around the corner of the defender. I believe that was defender number 36, Jomaine Rollin. Good run there by him. Excuse me, actually, that was a second down run.
Third and 10.
Now face a 3rd and 10 as 3 receivers line up on the side. Lido in the shotgun. Park in the backfield. Lido pump fakes, rolls out to the right, facing pressure from behind. Tosses it.
Beautiful
toss
pass.
up in the air.
Ooh, right down at the 10, I would say.
Nice tackle break there by Brennan Hoffman. A little lob pass there. Nice pass there by Lido.
That
Just to
was
lob
nice.
it up in there. Not even just all touch. No, just all. Just got enough touch on there. Just get it out to Hoffman, and that was really. I honestly say that was probably his best pass of the game.
It was. Especially
Just
for I've
off-
never seen a varsity player ever throw, something like that and be that, successful in it.
And really just that too, and good awareness by Hoffman there
And
as he was waiting out on the side and
Yeah.
just walked, just slowly just goes right by the linebacker without noticing. As Park gets the ball and runs through a couple of defenders to the 9-yard line. The Steeman Demon, as we refer to him sometimes.
You know what's so weird? How I think it's Friday the 13th, and you would think that we'd have, like the bad luck, but it seems like that Albany has like the bad luck so far. Knock on wood. But-
Sadly, we don't have any wood around us. So,
Yeah, true.
folks at home, if you have any pieces of wood near you, we'd like you to knock it, and so we'll be all set. As Gitterlin sets up in their offense, handed off to Joe Park as he runs up the middle. A couple of jukes, fights for it, is at the 1-yard line. Maybe he might have got in, and
1-yard line, right?
just short at the 1-yard line. Good run there by Park. Got a couple of stutter steps. As we see, it's really just running through the trenches. It's really amazing to see him. It's like you just see him take on 2 defenders, and he just it's like nothing. It's
Exactly.
It's like 2 flies coming onto him, and then eventually it'll take him down. But for like the first 2 yards that they come in contact with him, if he's at full speed, it's hard to take Joe Park down. As there's a QB sneak there for Mason Lido,
And it's
and he'll get in there for a touchdown. Nice rush there by Lido. Nice play call by Penna.
it's awesome. Beautiful play right there. We score again. And we go with Mason, senior co-captain. It's amazing. We're up 15-0 this early in the game.
As Nick Pop ready to kick. Kick is up. Kick is wavering, and the kick is
good.
Kick is good.
We're just like on fire right now. Like our offense and defense is just like awesome with the interception, the fumbles, and the touchdown, the running. And we're just good.
Really, just like Coach Bennett said, just Coach Bennett's beliefs coming true as he stated. One of our other keys to the game. Just when we were talking to him, he really just had this general belief that, no offense to Albany or their team, but really just get on overmatches them at most other levels. And so far, that's really been proven tonight. As our running game has been efficient. Other than a couple
penalties,
little errant throws, we've had could do a little bit better in the past game. Other than Gavin has said here, a couple of penalties, and we probably would get the ball a couple more times.
But the good thing is, no interceptions yet. So that's the most important part.
Even we've had 2 turnovers so far, as I believe it was actually 3 turnovers. It was about 2 picks and a fumble. So we're excited to see what happens on this kickoff.
As you can see, number 33 zoomed in a little bit. Raquan Brady just staying on the sidelines talking to one of the teammates.
Drop kind of a line drive there, as looks like as though of a squib kick. Squib kick being something that you just hit to waste time, as the ball is immediately down at the 33-yard line. As you see there, kick there by Nick Popalizio.
It's amazing how, people are just out there in like this cold weather and they're still playing, like it's nothing. Like you see some people out, like number 44 right out there. You see him with no long sleeve. He's just in his jersey.
As there's a running play there by Joseph.
See, football is I think football is the most contact sport besides wrestling. You got pads in football, but still people get injured. The torn ACL.
Yeah, including that torn ACL by Jaden Gray. Yes, indeed. Jaden Gary. But yeah, I agree with you. It really is. I mean, I feel like when you have that kind of contact to it, like in baseball with this cold weather, you have a lot of standing around. But in football, unless you're on the sideline, you're moving around a lot. You're moving, either whether you're on the line or in the secondary or in the middle of the field, whatever you're doing, you're moving, and you're getting heat. As there's a incomplete in the little inaccurate pass there, intended out for the right side, I believe for number 9, Anthony Capola Bishop. It's actually a quarterback.
Speaking of injuries, you're gonna hate me for this, but Tom Brady got injured too, didn't he?
Tom Brady has gotten it. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't say Tom Brady has gotten injured.
Not injured, but
his non-throwing shoulder is somewhat hurt, but he's not out for the game. He's probably gonna go in and probably throw like 4 touchdowns.
Because
Patriots will win because the Patriots are Patriots and Jets are Jets.
Hey, that's offensive too.
That's my take, and I'm also wearing a Patriots sweatshirt, so there's that.
Yeah.
As we get back to the game here, Mincy, snap out to the side.
Beautiful pass.
It is nice catch there by number 12.
But there's a flag thrown.
First name, Caleb John. As there's a flag on the ground though.
Ooh, that's on. From what I see, it looks like a good one for the roughness for just bumping into him.
Curious to see what happened. Might have been a push off on for Caleb John, as it'll most likely be a penalty on Albany. This one will be coming back.
Albany.
Yes, it is pass interference, as Caleb John did push off on that pass play. And instead of it being About a 24-yard gain. Albany will now move back about 15 yards. And now we'll have to face a second and a 25.
That's a relief for us because they're pretty close to the end zone. Now they're kind of out there, so it's going to be a little bit harder
It's about a 50-yard. That's literally that's like a 50-yard difference of what could happen. Instead of going ahead 25, you're now 25 yards behind. Now, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, it's 3rd and 25. So unless we have a miracle play here, Albany might just run it.
See, anything, same thing of baseball, basketball, football. Anything can happen. Like any play can be like the worst play, but then you can turn it into like the best play you've made in the game.
As there'll be an incomplete pass out to the right sideline, or far sideline, as Mency stood back. Good immediate pressure there by Mitch McCormick. Nice job by him, as
Good throw though.
pass intended there was for number 44 Credence Cameron, but Cameron was not ready for that pass yet. That's really into the count of the instant pressure there by number 56 Mitch McCormick, as he got right to Mincy. As there's now a flag on the play. It's 4th and 25, but it's going to change here, as it is going to be against Albany. And it looks like they're going to move back 5 yards.
Another 5 yards. See, that's 4th and 20. You're down even more.
4th and forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't even no offense on Albany, but I wouldn't go for it. I'd just punt it.
Yeah, they're going to punt for it. They might not even make the first down marker with the punt. So we'll see what happens. As they line up on the side. And that is blocked there by, it is picked up.
Oh.
Picked up by Albany. They run for the first down marker, and it is
Good tackle.
taken down there. A lot of things going on right now.
It's just chaos out there. I think from what we see, it looks like that Gillen got the ball back.
At the very least, we definitely know that there will be a turnover on downs for the for Albany. Just see there a blocked field goal there by Jason Nagwicki as the ball rolls around. But actually, it was immediately picked up by, I believe, number 34, Savion Blunt. There he goes on the right side. Almost makes it for the first down there, but
I think right there, number 23 with the tackle.
he was taken down there. Actually, he fumbled the ball, and it was fumbled out by number 23. Number 23 being Kyle Glenn, as he tries to run it back. But I believe they'll rule him down at the fumble. Nice job by Kyle Glenn now getting to the ball and now allowing Blunt to,
Get the first down, or even worse, score.
as you have LeGarrette, Savion Blunt, or Savion LeGarrette Blunt, excuse me. As we have Lido in the backfield, 3 receivers out on the left. Agwicki steps through the middle
Beautiful run and play.
as he dances around and gets about 5 yards out, down to the 25-yard line. Really, not only Brad, but just even Jason and Brad Agwicki, both very athletic, both have nicknames. Both their nicknames. Brad being called the Prodigy, and Jason Agwicki being nicknamed Wiggins due to his similar appearance to NBA superstar basketball player Andrew Wiggins, who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. As Lido, play action, takes it in, runs it. Good run there by Lido, as he will get the first down there, taken down on the 16-yard line.
It's a beautiful, play. Defense was tight, but he just got through somehow and just made it. I think it was a first down, too.
Good play action there. Food number 50 there. Does a couple of pump fakes, but eventually just takes it right in. Goes Cam Newton on that defense. Thinking about the dab at the end. But as here we go with under 3 minutes left in the first half. Gitterland up 16-0 against Albany. as Joe Park gets the handoff there, breaks through up the middle, skips through one player,
And
and
this
it
is
is
touchdown.
that is a touchdown there for Joe Park. What a run for Joey Parkey, as really just what a great running back there, as gets through one tackle. Oh my God, what a spin that, just can't even,
It's beautiful.
so good, I can't even get the words out. That honestly was, that might be the great, that's ankle breaker worthy. That's that juke that he had.
I think
on
that
player.
takes the cake of the best play of the game so far.
As the ball is up,
Good play. Kick is good, it looks like.
Nick Pop so far doing pretty perfect from kicking wise. Really, honestly, just going back on that play, he literally, I don't even think, he probably didn't even move 2 yards either left or right, just ran straight. Just a nice breaking one tackle. Juke, just that juke. The defender didn't even turn. The defender didn't even turn. He literally just kept running. Like, that was beautiful. That was awesome.
That's just
Shout out for Jay Park for just being a great great running back. As we take a moment here as both teams head out. Also a shout out for the Gitterland band. Just really, before I've been an announcer, the one thing I've always enjoyed about going to being in the Red Sea, as we have right there, just
the band.
the atmosphere, just the sound of it, it just really brings out, I feel as though it brings out more energy from the Red Sea, and is a key, and I think is a key, has been a key, and will always be a key part of the Red Sea being its energetic self, and just being a big part and being rowdy to the fans and to the players.
Like with our basketball, when we the senior night, we played basketball and they were there and they did pretty good. They got the players pumped. They got me pumped up. I know they got a couple of the players pumped up. They got Austin pumped up.
He's referring Gavin. Oh, as we have the Diggins. Good tackle there by the 5-yard line. Another great kick coverage there by Gitterland. Just wrecking havoc there for special teams. As Gavin Ogren, what he's talking about here is me and Gavin do unified basketball. The thing that is in the spring, great program. And our senior night, like he said, we had some of the band members came, and usually we don't have that many, but like the fact that they came and they just added another element to it, it really does get you pumped up.
It does.
Repercussion really just gets you.
It just it's awesome, especially like the fans are too, the parents, and like
it makes you excited to be there.
Exactly.
It makes you just want to be like, you even if you're bopping your head or moving your leg, it feels good as Mincy hands the ball off for about 2 yards.
Like as I was saying, like we could be like the best thing about the band, like you could be losing, like for instance, if you're losing soccer, and if they have the band playing, that can just cheer, cheer you up, or that can get you motivated, and that can kind of be like a tool, like okay, we have the band on our side, so we got pumped up, so let's go and do this.
Yeah. As we are now under 2 minutes left in the first half, as Mincy and Albany take the ball out within the 10-yard line. As
oof, that looks like a penalty and Gertland.
Rushing play there, probably for a couple of yards, although there is a penalty on the ground, so we'll have to see what happens. Nice run there by Joseph.
Yeah, right there. He got his head.
Good graphic there. Shout out to Sumner Jewell and Mr. Maycock for the graphics tonight. Doing a good job. Proud of you guys. As we have a timeout here, actually.
And you see Coach Brown talking to the players.
Nice job. So far, Penna just really being able to get to his players and just being able to motivate them tonight.
Especially like some of the bad plays that we've made. People when they go back on the sidelines, you just calm them down and like just cheer them. Like be like, okay, people make mistakes. He's just a great coach. Third and 8.
We now have 3rd and 8 here. Mency in the backfield. Joseph in the backfield is with him in the shotgun. Confusion there as Mency steps back. Just to throw a quick pass out to,
And he's running.
I believe that's number 6. Number 6 in Dickens. As he tried to keep running, but in high school football, as rules state, you're not allowed. Once you're on the ground, once you're down, you're down.
Which is what I like too.
Good catch there by Dickens, though. Oh, excuse me. That's number 9, quarterback / wide receiver / corner,
There's Penna again, tucking to the team.
Anthony Coppola Bishop. Good for Bishop, though. I mean, being a backup quarterback and be able to come out for a couple of passes.
Yeah.
That's some versatility right there. We have Dan Penna. Look at that. One of the best, better coaches in Suburban Council. Also, another important thing, one of the best beards in the Suburban Council too.
Yeah.
Great facial hair, nicely trimmed.
He's a really, like I said earlier in the game, he's like a really great guy. Like he can cheer like just by him, saying, "Hey, we'll get them next time." Back and just cheer the team on. Like like that will just cheer him up, and that will make him wanna like play even more, like harder.
As we're set up here, it's 4th down actually. Albany's gonna go for it here. Mency.
That's kind of I'd
snaps.
say that's like kind of like ballsy, on my call. Like
Looks like Mency tried to get on offsides, but he's gonna get in there. Tries to get for a QB sneak, tries to dive for the 1st down. It's gonna be close. And that'll be a 1st down for Albany. Nice job for them. Nice job for the Albany Falcons. That's what their name is, the Albany Falcons. I've been trying to figure out that for most of the broadcast.
See, this is what I like about football. Like like you sit with friends and like family or anything. You just even if there's a team that they're playing against, and like if you don't like their team that your family or friends are playing going against, you all get to bond on it. Like right now, like just sitting here, like, like talking on this. This is just especially like for. All right. As I was saying, like senior year for me and Jack, this is a good way to kick it off. Announcing football games, and this is actually my first football game I've ever announced. And pretty far, it's going pretty good. Good one, winning 23-0 so far.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been really fun. Great way to get through the first quarter of the senior year as Albany here with really just running down the clock as we have 5 seconds left. Probably just going to go for a last-ditch play here. They run it, and they'll be taken down at the 30-yard line, and that is it for the first half. Gitterland 23, Albany 0. Nice job so far of the Dutchman for a shutout as they've continued the shutout for now, I want to say about 14 quarters? Yeah, 14 quarters. My name is Jack O'Reilly.
And I'm Gavin Ogren.
And we will head into the halftime. Like I said, Dutchman up 23-0 against the Albany Falcons.